Bob Longfellow here, interrupting golf to bring you this Channel 4 Action News breaking story. As our once fine city now proves, crime breeds further crime. Fear of the blood grinder has nearly halved our population, and the brave few that remain only leave the safe confines of their locked homes for the barest of essentials. With the police force's efforts continued on the blood grinder case, the scum of the city have emerged from the woodwork to take the law into their own hands. Gangs and pimps thrive in our ruined city, building an economy of drugs, sex, and crime. Under their employ, an army of thugs and prostitutes have taken to the streets, creating an ever-expanding victim pool for our notorious bloodthirsty killer. No doubt this broadcast is being viewed from cracked television screens in the broken windows of looted electronics stores. For more, we go to Barry Chippendale, live on the scene.
Hi, Bob. Bob, I'm here at the heart of the most dangerous neighborhood in town where not 10 minutes ago, I witnessed 4 orphans engaged in a knife fight behind a dumpster, the molestation of a Yorkshire Terrier, and several prostitutes all smoking cigarettes from their genitalia. Thank you for sending me here.
Delicate handling of a sensitive subject, Barry. We are now joined once again by Mayor Abigail McDonald. Ms. McDonald, you last joined us 6.5 years ago when Murphy Durson was put to death for crimes it turns out he did not commit. We now know that Durson's trial and execution occurred when the blood grinder's killing spree was only in its infancy. You promised us that Durson's death would lead our city to a speedy recovery and a flourishing economy. With that in mind, what do you have to say about the state of the city now?
Very little, I'm afraid. You know, the family and I are vacationing in Hawaii right now. Hawaii, where no one ever dies. Oh, it's so safe here. Oh, but from what I understand, the city's current condition is terrible. I'm pretty glad I'm not there.
Does it have any emotional impact on you that 21 of your citizens are dead at the hands of a madman?
Bob, I like to keep work at work. I'm on vacation right now. You understand. But rest assured, as soon as I get back, I'm going to make catching this guy my number 2 priority. I got a lot of stuff going on. But I intend to concentrate all of our resources on his apprehension. As soon as construction plans for the new pancake huts are approved. We're getting 2 pancake huts, Bob. 2 pancake huts. What other city can say that? No other city can say that. You like pancakes, right, Bob? You should.
Thanks, Ms. Mayor. Reassuring words from a dangerously incompetent politician. Until next time, I'm Bob Longfellow saying stay off the streets and keep it tuned here to Channel 4 Action News, where I continue to bring my action to you.
Hey guys, this is Dave Conti.
This is Matt Brownsdorf.
I'm Nick Schwartz.
Welcome to week 11.
Yes, 11.
These go to 11.
We do have one announcement for you guys this week related to the production, and that is that we have decided firmly that we're going to shoot in the spring of 2012. We were originally trying to shoot for a late summer, early fall, between August and October kind of thing. We decided that we were way more comfortable shooting this thing in the spring.
The biggest reason for the push from the fall to the spring is the company that I work for, Ideal Partners Film Fund. We have a film coming out this fall, October 7th. It's called Dirty Girl. It is fabulous. It is a great movie, extremely proud of it, and the Weinstein Company is actually releasing it, so around that time you guys will see posters and trailers everywhere. That film is being released in October, and on top of that, my company is probably going to go into production on 3 independent films this fall. So all the time that would be needed to devote to making this film, to doing the pre-production, to doing all the prep, and getting all the equipment, and making sure that everything's in order, I just won't be able to do it. So Ronnie America would be not worth the money that you're donating towards this campaign.
Right. And on top of that, I mean, we also, Nick and I, just directorially, we feel like we would like to have more time to just prepare for this thing. It just gives us more time to give you guys a better product.
The Blodcast is going to continue, but it's going to continue in a once-a-month form. So that is when you will see storyboards for the short film, concept drawings for the short film.
We really don't want to let you guys down. We don't want to let ourselves down. We want to do this thing right.
So this week our edutainment was Scream.
Arguably the greatest film of all time.
Arguably the greatest movie of all time.
Right. Oh, we didn't really establish where you were last week when you were getting...
Right.
Or why you're back.
Or why I'm back. Well, listen, here's the thing, guys.
Scream is the most self-aware slasher film of all time. I'll just start by saying that. I mean, it references actual slasher films, including many made by Wes Craven himself.
Halloween. Friday the 13th.
Jason!
Mrs. Voorhees.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger.
The Howling. Prom night.
Evil Dead. Hellraiser. Terror Train.
Leatherface.
Silence of the Lambs. Psycho. Carrie. Norman Bates. Hannibal Lecter.
But more than that, it references and plays upon the conventions that were established in those slasher films.
Who's there?
You should never say who's there. Don't you watch scary movies? It's a death wish. You might as well just come out here to investigate a strange noise or something.
The perfect example of making fun of a convention and then living and then actually doing that convention is when Neve Campbell, she's on the phone with the killer and she says something about why she hates scary movies.
They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
And then, literally 2 seconds later, Sydney does the exact same thing. She tries to get out of the front door, she can't, so she runs upstairs. So it's like, they point out the convention and then they do the convention, but the fact is, Wes Craven does it so fucking well that it still works.
So Scream is a deconstruction of the slasher genre. And the killer himself is incredibly clumsy, which is totally the opposite of what you've ever seen. Like, if you picture Michael Myers, and they're like silent stalkers, and they walk everywhere, but they're always right behind you. This guy like runs and dashes around the house and like, you know, trips over furniture and shit, and which doesn't seem threatening, but he's still a threatening presence.
Scream also came at a time when, for all intents and purposes, the slasher genre was kind of dead. And it had been burnt out because there'd been way too many sequels, and nobody really cared anymore, so it needed like new life breathed into it.
New blood, if you will.
New blood, if you will. So an excellent way to do that is to start start on a fresh slate, but start on a self-aware fresh slate.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
That says, look, we know that it's gotten shitty.
You can never have sex.
And we're gonna tell you that it's gotten shitty.
You can never drink or do drugs.
But we're gonna do it better than it's been done in a long time.
Never, ever, ever, under any circumstances say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back. I'll be right back!
Which is what we're hoping to do with the Blood Grinder, because the action genre has pretty much petered out in terms of like action in the purest of sense. Because the last 10 years, the big action blockbusters are comic book movies.
The novelty's worn off. People want actual explosions. They want actual carnage. That's what people pay to see, you know? Anyone with a computer can create a fucking exploding car. But to actually go out and explode that car for real, that takes money, it takes talent, it takes a crew of people who are willing to put their lives at risk, and that's more exciting.
It's spectacle.
It's spectacle, exactly.
In action films, you want to see someone's life, like, the stunts are exciting because someone might have gotten their arm blown off. But, instead of being, dying in a huge explosion on set, the biggest risk now in action movies is someone dying of the editor dying of a vitamin D deficiency.
So we're hoping that the Blood Grinder can help to breathe new life into the action genre. Only other thing that we can mention about Scream that relates to the Blood Grinder is, as soon as these killings start in Scream, the whole town knows about it. Gripped in fear. Nobody wants to go out at night. There's a lot of discussion of a curfew. The high school actually closes. You're seeing it now in the Blodcast. We've gotten to that point where the city is just shutting down because it's too fucking frightening and it's too dangerous to go out because the Blood Grinder's lurking all over the place. Same thing with Scream.
Well, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you for tuning in as always, and we will see you in exactly 1 week.
Exactly 1 week, when we'll discuss, arguably, literally, one of the greatest action films ever fucking made.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
Chew on that.
Bye, guys.